Yeah, I walk one. Tis your boy, Shiton, Legendary, and we are back with another Skyrim photo session. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. We got all three Latina characters today, okay? Look, we got Rhea, we got Julia, and we have the unknown, because I have not made the character yet. And by the time I do, she'll pop up. But I ain't made her right now as I'm recording the intro. Look, hit that subscribe button. I do all things photography, virtual, real life, sometimes AI. With that being said, check out Instagram. That's where I post most of my photos. Check out Deviant for the stuff that's a little too much for Instagram, but never too much. Don't go over there expecting madness. You can check out the gaming channel if you want. Check out the music channel. That's where you hear all this background music. And with that being said, let's get into it. Starting off with Rhea here. Got the next character up. Okay, looking like a fucking princess and crap. So right like here, she's nice and tall. We'll easily be able to see her over the balcony, but then we could move her back too so you can see the shoes and all that. I've used this outfit before, but for a different character. I think my dark elf character, which was cool. You know what I mean? That was cool. But we gonna do this character because it gives her more of like a princess warrior look, as where with that character it looked more like a you know, kind of like a mage, just a mage, which is cool. Ain't nothing wrong with a mage, but warrior princess fucking super gargantuan axe, even though this axe is kind of poo for good reason now that I'm thinking about it. I forgot we gotta hear this fool singing though. Just about to go. Oh, he said done. Dang it. Thought I had it. Guess not. Thought I had it. I did not. Boom. You know what I'm saying? You see what we doing though? They're right there. It's perfect. Actually, no, right there, because that's where she's looking. Oh, her hand is clipping. Closer then. He stopped singing fast? What happened? I was actually, you know, listening to the music. The crown, though. Look at the jewels on the crown. Well-made crown there. Ring. You know what I'm saying? You see the ring. Come on, man. Oh, I had to use this bit one more time for the one time. One more time for the one time. To make her look like a dang... I mean, pretty much, yeah, princess warrior. I don't think that's a thing, but you know, it can be in this instance because clearly they fit. But with the gargantuan axe on her back, like I said though, it's not a very good weapon, but it just looks great. It's one of the best looking axes in the game, in my personal opinion. It might be poo, whatnot, which is, like I said, pretty realistic because that's a heavy iron head. On a wooden frame that thin, all it would be good for is chopping heads, because if you're trying to fight with that thing, that's an easy snap, and more than likely a snap itself because of how large the iron head is. Thing is huge. Wait, hold on, let me make her smile. Refill my water. I've run out of water. But luckily, because we're going Skyrim here, it's not that hot. Get to the stream, which we definitely gonna be able to do now that I've had a good amount of sleep. We gonna need a, yeah, you know what I mean? We gonna need some water, because it's gonna get hot in here. Bing bong 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 bing bing bong bong. See the sheer size of that dang thing? A big boy weapon right there. The dang thing is as long as her leg. Now, to be fair, she is very tall, so it's not the normal size of the axe, but even then, relativity to the character, the thing is huge. Because, I mean, it's a Skyrim weapon, so it's going to scale to your character. And, it is scaled. Man, hold up. So you're just going to watch this much of the video, and you're not even going to subscribe? Nah, don't wave to them. They ain't even hit the subscribe button. Come on now, hit that subscribe button. To her, and it's quite large. She is a large woman. I'm gonna say she about like 6'3", 6'4". Though she's no longer one of my tallest. I think she's in the top 5. It'd be Deja number 1, because Draenei females are supposed to be 7'2". Then it'd be Raimundo number 3, because Night Elf females are supposed to be about 6'10", but she's a little larger, so she's probably like 7'1". Then it would be Piranha at like 6'8", Roderick at about 6'5", and then her at about 6'3", 6'4". Everybody else is normal height, which would be Lynx, because she's a Nord, and I haven't touched her height. Her height is normal, so she's like 6'2". 6'1", 6'2", whatever is normal height for Nords, I forget. Whatever is normal height for Nords. Then I think Lynx is my only other Nord, so that would be... All my other characters, I've kind of resized them, so that should be a Leah next at normal rig guard height, about 5'10", 5'11". Then everybody else, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if I have any other Nords. Nords are usually the base of my character, but I tend to change the size of most of my characters. Either making them slightly smaller or sometimes a lot smaller, like Cleo. Cleo is small, Chione is small. Oh, you know what? No, oh no, she's a Breton. Never mind. I was about to say this is the blue lady. No, she's a Breton. Same with the Haitian lady. She's also a Breton, so she's short too. Bretons are like 5'8", I think, 5'7", 5'8". So, and my other characters like Cleo, Chione, a couple of others, I've shortened them. Jenny, the Korean lady we just used in the last Skyrim episode, she's shorter than normal. Let's see here. She's up here. We're mostly using standing poses. I'm probably going to remove the show. What is that, 405? So let's deconstruct slightly here. Shoulder pad. Oh. Let's drop the axe, because if we make her be seated, we wouldn't want the whole axe. Oh, there is chairs here, actually, matter of fact. Okay, we could do the shoes too, because she's gonna be too tall. Yeah, there we go. With them dang shoes, she's a lot taller than 6'4", that's for sure. Okay, ooh, this is a bad move. Hold on, zoom in. About to make a mistake out here. Oh. Okay, hold on, let me just... I was right for thinking something would happen, because when I cut the recording, I was able to zoom out. That clothing completely disappeared. It was a good thing I decided to do that. Where have it? 130? 130, 130. Where I had that. I need to blow my dang nose again any dang ways. Okie dokie. Use that time just in case. Is it 6 AM the whole time? Oh, shoot. Alright, let's see here. Since we're using this little bitty chair, which I still don't think is going to work for her, because this chair is flat. I don't know who this would work for. This dang game. The way this chair look, you'd have to be like 5'5" in order to make this chair be comfortable. And even then, that still might not be right. This dude's singing loud as fart. Definitely not going to work for her, though. You're way too tall. Staunch protectors, the Imperials. You see, she's clipping. Or about that way. I'll move her back. I don't know if I can though. That's good enough. Not move her too much. Roll that way up. I forget they always stop singing. Pause the game. They start back up once you pause though. Halfway on the dang chick. Well, I mean, it looks like she's sitting on it. She's sitting on it sideways on one side, but I mean, it works. Oh, he's still singing. He's still doing his thing. That'll work. Here we go. I'll take your order, sovereign god. I forgot who says that. Somebody in this dang game that's, well, obviously. Well, I just said that, you know why I said that, because obviously it's from this game. Let's see here. Who the heck are you and why are you up here? What? What the fuck is she talking about? I ain't never seen a character sit up here. Oh. What the fuck? Go away. Come on, you're in the mood for a reading? I'm not in the mood for... I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. You need to get up on out of here. Why's she up on the table? Get off the dang table. Oh my goodness. I have to. Now we gotta hear singing and this old fool talking about hand readings and crap. What the fuck you doing up here? Get out of here, man. Oh, that's too far. Hold on. There we go. This is why I still be doing so much Skyrim stuff. Yeah, sure, it's not the same graphical levels as Cyberpunk, but it's such a great looking game. You can make great looking characters. Such a nostalgic feel to almost everything, too. It's just great, you know? You can't really go wrong with Skyrim. Can't really go wrong with Fallout either, but too bad ain't no dang photo mode, you know? Used to be. Somebody thought it was a good idea to put the action controls and the take picture control on the same command. Ain't never fixed it yet. That right there is a full 10. Oh, don't do it again. Okay, there we go. There you go. Alright, now you can see her true size. The fuck you talking to, son? Okay. And boom. Okay. You know what? I just realized something. Okay, after finally creating this character, she looked great. She's a little strong. She's a conjurer. But you know, some people just like to exercise, even if they're not fighters. Some people just genuinely like to exercise, right? So she's real nice and strong. I'm probably gonna change the hairstyle though. It's cool, but I don't think it would last forever on her. But I kind of realized, okay, in the intro, just technically the outro, I said I was probably going to use one of those characters first because they will have lesser outfits. So far they have really not. Forest Room, Crystal Room, Magic Room, the Love Room. Probably some craziness in there, sure. Where's the house? I'm just looking for the house. Oh, the house is right there. Or do I want to use... I should probably just use a photo studio room. So this is the character. This is Alyssa. Okay, this is going to be her name. Alyssa. It's just a simple name. Nothing too crazy. I was trying to think of something, but I'm like, nah. I don't know what a Spanish character would be in the world of Skyrim. We'll keep her with a more simplistic name. Because otherwise, I have absolutely no idea what I would go with. I always use this room for my new characters because then it's like a simple setup room. Basically a way to like be like, okay, boom, new character. I have, however, okay, by the time I'm recording this, the update will probably be out by now. They're doing update 2.3 for Cyberpunk, which is going to have a whole bunch of new updates. You'll more than likely see that video long before you see this one. Because if that's supposed to be happening tomorrow, I think that video was, what, 6 hours old? So if that's supposed to be happening tomorrow, I gotta get that done, okay? I gotta get that done. You see? Yeah, that video just got uploaded. It wasn't even 6 hours ago. It was only like 3. So, we'll be seeing that. Pause that real quick. Oh, okay, that video only 2 hours old. So, by the time you see this video, you'd already saw that. But all in all, I think I did a pretty good job with this character. She looks great. Her eyes are a little big, so I might reduce them a little bit. All in all, pretty dang great looking. Like I said, I might go with a different hairstyle maybe. I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna keep the tattoos. They're a little dense, but they do look great. She fits them pretty well. She's using my one character, Vivian. She's using her build. Very short, stout, although this character's not short. Oh, he's a regular Breton height. Okay, reduce that color a little bit. She is supposed to be Venezuelan. That back down to 70. No, it's been a hot minute since I used the white room. It's kind of boring. Let me go with something else. This outfit. The outfit is ridiculous. If that's what you call this, realistically. I don't want to really use the. You know, I should pull up to the what's the name. Let me see. I'm gonna figure some things out. Alright, found a decent house instead. I'm like, the white background's a little boring on Skyrim. It's better on Cyberpunk because the graphics are a lot better. You're over here on good old Skyrim, it's just a little you know? So I'm like, let me find a spot real quick. Let me find a spot and that should do real well. Real swell, you know? I was right, this is a better looking background. And it's actually a decently clean house. A little bit of dishes in the sink, but other than that, you know, decently clean in here. Some of the last house I walked into, that crap was nasty. His bed's all on the dang floor. Clothes all on the floors. Like, come on, man. Keep it together, you know? I'm saying, am I on the right train? I am, okay. Get to the side here for obvious reasons. It's definitely one of those type of outfits, okay? Where she's supposed to look nice in it, but we're not actually going to use it in that instance. I need the joints where it looks like I'm too dang high up, number one. So we're just trying to make it look like she's sitting on the couch. But yeah, so like I was saying, there's going to be an update 2.3 for Cyberpunk tomorrow. I'm going to try to get that video uploaded as soon as possible. Which, of course, by the time y'all seeing this, more than likely you'd already seen that video. Because this is going to come out way later. Whatever update is more than likely coming out for Cyberpunk. I'm going to try to get that joint uploaded as early as possible. You know what I'm saying? He's a little taller than I realized. That's not really going to work. Let's see, where's the picture at? He's a little taller than I realized. Makes sense to why she's sliding from between the dang couch. I'm gonna try to get that joint uploaded as soon as possible because I want to see what those new features is gonna be. Okay, since I'm kind of doing more Cyberpunk any dang ways, it would be the smartest idea. Honestly, I think that's, for the most part, outside of like photos of the week, which shows you all photos that I've done within that week, I think that is honestly the main thing I'm gonna continue to be doing. Is just a ton of Cyberpunk. It's just too dang good. I just recently had somebody ask me if Cyberpunk's photo mode is better than Starfield with a mod. I'm like, I don't know, but considering it's Starfield, this is Cyberpunk, probably. Very good chance that that is the case. Get me wrong, Starfield got some decent graphics, but it ain't on the. It's still not on the level of Cyberpunk. There's just not a lot of games on the level of Cyberpunk. Then when you go ahead and add mods too, what you can do for me is get the fuck out the house. Okay, that's what you could do for me. What you could do is get out my way. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna sit on the couch. You just gonna sit on the couch too? But anyways, like I was saying, I wonder. I'm trying to figure out like what features they gonna add. It's gonna unfortunately break a lot of mods, and there's gonna be a lot of updating having to happen. But for the most part, I just want to know what they're gonna add because I'm hoping possibly, just maybe, one of my mini Cyberpunk videos have garnered enough views where I've complained about the auto adjustment where they fucking get rid of that crap in photo mode. I've done quite a bit of fucking Cyberpunk videos and they've gotten quite a bit of dang views. So just maybe, just maybe, the auto adjusting will be gone. A 100% unnecessary tool or thing to add to a photo mode. Is that posed a little too much? I mean, it looked great, but it might be a little too much. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna sit here and act like that wouldn't be a pretty magnificent picture, but might be a little too much. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, maybe, just maybe, they'll get rid of that dang feature, because it just doesn't make sense, in my opinion, to have an auto adjuster in photo mode. The whole point is for you to do the adjustments, the movements, all that crap, not for something to help you. You ain't gonna learn if something is helping you do it, you know what I mean? Unless it's like something that you just genuinely don't give a crap about and you need to rush through it, so you use like fucking Chat GPT or something to get through. You know what I mean? Maybe it's like a lesser class in school or something that really ain't important, and you know dang well in your entire future you'll never make use of it. Kind of like a crap ton of stuff we did in middle schools and whatnot. You know what I mean? You fucking should know and be learning it yourself. You know what I mean? You should be knowing how to do it yourself. That's like one of the things I'm going to school for, is mechanics and whatnot. I can't pull up to the class and have Chat GPT help me with every little thing that has to do with mechanics. How do I ever learn myself, you know? It's like that type of thing. There should be no auto adjuster in photo mode. Doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? That's something you should be figuring out yourself. If you can't figure out why your lighting is bad, why your depth of field may not be all that great. Kind of like now, I'm not liking how dark it is in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the light a little bit. Say right about there is perfect. You feel what I'm saying? That's something you should. Oh, her hand. Gotta make it look like she's on the couch where her hand is slightly hanging off, but not clearly improperly placed, you know? I mean, that's something you're supposed to figure out yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Not have something do it for you, especially if it's the major thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like one of the, I got a lot of classes for my school, and one of the classes is going to be, to no surprise whatsoever, fine arts photography. That'll be, it's a class I can easily do, because I've been doing this forever. I'm about to get my not batteries, I keep saying batteries, I mean SD card. I got batteries. But I'm about to have, you know, I'm gonna have one of those as my classes, right? I'm not gonna be sitting here using AI. I don't need the AI to do stuff like that. AI right now, in this point of time, is mostly for niche things. You know what I mean? It might be a YouTuber who doesn't feel like paying someone to create thumbnails. Maybe he doesn't care to create thumbnails himself. So you can easily use AI to create your thumbnails. I personally wouldn't say it's a good idea at this moment of time, while a lot of people are still against the idea of AI. But in the future, or if you just simply don't really care much, because I have done a couple of AI thumbnails in the future, in the past, for my Warcraft channel, and those did just fine. You feel what I'm saying? But if it's something as simple as that for like a thing, World of Warcraft PvP video, you know, not as important. But in the case of, you know, your main thing, you shouldn't be using nothing that's going to help you ease through it, because that's not something you should ease through. And in that case of easing through, there shouldn't be an auto adjust. Because for like the people like myself who don't really need it, it ruins things. For the people who do need it, they shouldn't need it, because you gotta learn. You gotta figure it out yourself. If your lighting ain't correct, if this ain't correct, that ain't correct, you gotta figure out how to fix it yourself. My dang finger just cracked loud as fuck. I'm sure the mic picked that up. I mean, these are things you should be learning yourself. You know what I mean? At least that's how I see it personally. That crap is just really annoying when I have a look that I'm going for, and the auto adjust completely destroys that look. Kind of like in the LATINA episode we did on Cyberpunk, where I was trying to do Bronx V, and I wanted her to look like she was in Bronx on the second story joint that I always do. Couldn't do it because the dang auto adjust kept messing it up, and it kept getting darker and darker and darker to the point where you wouldn't have even seen any of the buildings behind her. It would look like she was just in the void and crap. That's dumb. I don't want that. That's not the look I was going for at all. But because the dang auto adjust, it kept giving me that regardless. I'm moving the wrong thing. Kept giving me that look regardless, even though that's not what I was looking for. Okay, that ain't what I was looking for. We got her in the little bitty, you know what I mean? We got a, you know what I mean? At least one full body joint. Actually, let me turn her this direction so we can work the house. A house in the background. A house. Zone 4. Now, one thing I wish you could do, although, like I said, I am trying to do a little bit more cyberpunk, but one thing I wish you could do in Skyrim is make the character look where you might want them to look. I would have her looking at the camera, but for some reason that does not work. Well, it's a teddy bear. I'm like, why the fuck? It looked like a little, it looked like a dang little monkey just sitting there. I'm like, why in the world? But it didn't look like a little stuffed animal. Straight up looked like the person that made it decided to put like a little monkey there. But, you know, I don't want the auto adjustments because it don't help. I need to reduce her cheekbones a little bit. I didn't pay that attention. Cheekbones are a little strong. Although, you know, there are some people with strong cheekbones out here. Right? It might not be her cheekbone. It might just be, I put her eyes are kind of far back. I didn't want to put them too far forward because she was very close to looking Asian. Just like the Japanese character I did is very close to looking Spanish. So I had to do a couple of things to not accidentally mess the character up. Alright, let's move this fool back into place here. We got FOMO. We gonna live stream for the rest of the day. Honestly, that live stream will probably be mostly Cyberpunk. I was supposed to add some Fallout, but honestly, I don't know if that's gonna happen, if I'm being honest. I love Fallout, don't you? Just, I can't do what I need to do on Fallout. Because the person that made that dang photo mode and let everybody's hopes up, oh, got everybody's hopes all nice and high. Fucking put the dang command button and the take picture button on the same dang command. Who does that? I'm gonna put it where you gotta, where everything you select and in order to take pictures is on the exact same button. The two most important buttons. The one to take pictures and the one to select crap. Like, really? I'm gonna put them on the same fucking keybind. Like, who does that, huh? Oh, her arm is floating. That's like a pillow pose or some sort. Work if we had her on a dang bed, she chilling in the front room, you know what I mean? Think here. That's me think, but yeah, that update, I'm wondering what the heck that update gonna have in it. Been waiting for a Cyberpunk update for a little while now, you know what I'm saying? For a little while. About to see one real soon. I'm wondering what they're gonna put in that joint. Not a good position at all. Hold on. Hold on. I'm about to mess up. You got these fucking barely underwear on. I'm getting that dang close. I'm just trying to make a mistake. I might actually have to blur that, honestly. It's just a little too close. It didn't show nothing, but I mean, them dang underwear are barely under. So, let's keep it 100 here. Those are fucking barely. Back to the couch. Those is barely anything, but I'm wondering what they're gonna be putting in this update. Waiting for an update for a minute now. Finally got one. They said new photo mode features, so I'm ready to see what that's gonna be about. I wonder, is it because they were adding more characters? They said they would add more characters. I wonder if they're about to do that finally. Actually, don't change her face. She's been big smiling this whole time. Big smiling with the pearly whites, yeah, I mean. I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of inspiration of this character is from East LAV on Cyberpunk. East LAV though is Mexican. This character's Venezuelan. But there's a lot of the slightly larger nose, the big old lips, the rounded face, the big eyeballs, dark hair, pale skin tone. That is East LAV. For majority of the inspiration for this character was Nadia. A little bit of cyberpunk character inspiration for this lady. I'm wondering what they're gonna add though. I am intrigued. I am wondering. I'm excited. Been waiting for a Cyberpunk update for a minute, and they got, like I said, new photo mode features. Hey, that's what I do. I'm ready for that. What we're doing now. Ain't gonna lie, you kind of know why. Well, I'm gonna have to disable a bunch of mods. Hold you. Doing this right here. Purpose. I'll put the legs over the dang what's name like that. You gotta get your you gotta get your smoney's where you can. A lot of folks over there, deviants. I mean, it's just some little toes. So I don't really mind that one. It's when people be asking for the prawn stuff. We ain't doing that, you know. I could. I definitely have the characters to do so, the poses to do so, the body types and all that to do so. Would it probably give me some money? Yeah, I'm sure. But you know, there's better ways. There's better ways to make money than having some running an online some online hoes. You know what I mean? Some little 3D thoughts. It's easy cash though. It really fucking is. Believe it or not. Could I have been making money off this? Oh, for sure. There are better routes in life, you know. I don't mind doing the little fancy characters and little fancy fine characters and their little modelings. I mean, obviously that's what we're doing now. But that is that's 3D prawns. That wasn't really in my my book of ways to make money. Although even then, it could still happen. Because even though they are clothed, I mean, I've been building a lot of followers over there on Deviant, I'm not gonna lie. And growing up pretty dang fast. Instagram too, actually. Ever since I started posting mostly the character photos over the cars and sceneries. I mean, for me anyways, I prefer doing cars in real life. I do them in Cyberpunk just because the quality is so dang nice. But I prefer doing car photos in real life. So, I'm kind of waiting for that anyways. But that right there, my good peoples, is a full 10 or 30 technically, because that's we did all 30 now. Go ahead, slide her forward. Now we have to do an outro, but yeah, I'm ready to see what the fuck that update brings, man. I am. Whatever it brings, you already know. For photo mode, your boy's gonna be showing it off just like I did the last time. But look here, my good peoples, it is time. We're done here. It's about we about to hop on stream. Probably after I eat, because I'm a little hungry. With that being said, I need you to do a couple of things. Honestly, I'm gonna start the stream with Cyberpunk. It's gonna be her. We're gonna do one extra set for her since she is new. I always do some extra sets for my new characters. Kind of looking down, homie. You ain't looking into the camera for the outro. There we go. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, look, I'm gonna need you to do a couple of things. That is, watch the next character, because this is not the outro. Ah, shoot, I don't even know which one to make the outro. all three of these fools had some fairly crazier outfits, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I guess I can't say crazier, this is fairly normal for these videos, but look, man, I'm out of here. Well, wait, I'm messing up, whatever, man. Roll the next character, man. Okay, I'm starting with this character, okay? But because of her outfit, I mean, it's a little extra sauce. You ain't even gonna see her in a lot of you. Probably gonna have to put her like at the end or something. I want to use this as the background. I'm thinking either that or this. I'm not sure which one. I think it's fairly obvious that it should be this one. What I need to do with a lot of my characters is get them through the DLC stuff so that I can use the DLC zones too. A lot of my characters are too low leveled. There's a lot of places they can't go, which is makes it harder to do photos. Although those characters level 35, she should have been through the DLC stuff, but you know, sometimes you don't be really thinking about it. Today, I've gotten much more sleep since the last Cyberpunk video. Not the one on Sunday, but the one on Tuesday. Okay, Native American episode. Boy, I ain't getting no sleep the day before. I was tired as fuck during that. I couldn't think of any dang thing with that episode. So I'm like, let me at least just make the images look nice, but like backgrounds and all that, probably won't be able to make all that happen. Go ahead, move aside. You already know how that go. Especially with this outfit. You know what I mean? I had no ideas flowing. I was running on 4 hours of sleep. And that definitely showed, because goodness, my brain was not working. I was dozing off in between the joints, so I had to like have long pauses in between the recording of that episode. Otherwise, I would have been falling asleep in the dang video, which we could not have happening. I was trying to think of anything to talk about, but my brain just not on it. My brain was not up for the task. Oh wait, our dang color is way too high, and lighting, actually lighting is just fine. Actually, it's kind of dark in here. Let me lighten it up just a little bit, not too much. But our color was too high. I've been recently reducing the color. You can see it looks a lot more realistic than when you have it this striking. She's too dang orange. The lights in the background look good, but the character's too dang orange. Like this is perfect. Gives a much more realistic look to it. I've been doing that a lot as of recently, is reducing the amount of color I'm adding to the photos. It makes them look way more realistic than if you've got like super color that I used to do on. Where it's just way too dang orange. Too much color going on. Yeah, I was I was running on about 4 hours of sleep. Today, much more sleep, much longer, healthier sleep. Although the sleep was good, it just wasn't long, you know? Sleep was good, it just wasn't a long sleep, you know? It lasted yesterday. So it was a nice, good sleep, you know. There was no waking up in the middle of the night or nothing. Or sometimes that happens, you be having a good old sleep and then you just wake up in the middle of the night for no dang reason. Not this time. Not this time. Top of the head. Oh. Why I had to use this fade. I know I've used it a few times for a few different characters, but she ain't never used it, so I ain't gonna lie, at some point all of my characters are gonna rock this. What can I say? The person that made it did a dang good job. I have no clue where this is from. I don't know if it's an original build or what. It's from a game. Look good. Okay? Look good. I've used it for my muscular characters, I've used it for my thinner characters, and now I'm using it for another one of my little chunkier characters, you know what I'm saying? It look good no matter what. No matter the body type. Look great. So where's she looking at? Oh, I wanted to use this as the background on the background. Or up. I was supposed to change one of my characters' hairstyles. I gotta do that. Not right now, because it's not one of my important characters that we need for this recording, but for when the time is necessary, when we go back to that character. We go back to that said character. Probably won't be anytime soon, because we already just kind of did those characters, but I'm trying to move this dang chair in, but it won't move. Loud, squeaky freaking chair. We go back to those characters, which some time from now. Was the Asian ladies episode, which should be dropping in 7 minutes. I'm gonna have to make sure I get that linked up in about an hour. Always wait about an hour before I start posting it to all the other websites. Sometimes I feel like YouTube takes view, well, not feel like, they absolutely do. They'll take views from you if you get too many views too fast, which is, you know, pretty dang stupid, but that's good old YouTube for you. Small channel getting views too fast, not supposed to happen. It could, but you know, that's YouTube for you. Why, as much as you're never that fond of the idea of schools and colleges and stuff like that, sometimes it's just a better idea, because you never truly know. You could put in a ton of work with a YouTube or anything internet based, and it just goes nowhere. Not saying that this wouldn't go anywhere, but I'm just saying that it's possible. I'm like, you know what? Down a little bit. Gotta do some other things too, which is unfortunately gonna reduce the amount that I can stream, but you know, gotta do what I gotta do. Not that I was really trying to make streaming be a main thing. I'm just mainly using it to help boost up the watch hours faster, and then that also allows you know, you can talk to subscribers more. Just connect with the people that are subscribing to your channel just a little bit more, you know. Never hurts to stream every now and then. So I figured people would like to see some streams. I personally didn't mind doing streams because I ain't got too much I need to do right now. Outside of the photos and stuff that I'm already going to do, so it wouldn't hurt to do them live. Because I'm gonna do them anyways. You know what I'm saying? It's what I do. So, if I stream it, that'd be kind of tight. I'll say, speaking of streaming, what am I streaming? Cyberpunk and Fallout, most likely. I've been slacking on my Fallout. I just wish somebody had a dang photo mode. No photo mode on doing Fallout pictures makes it a little... It makes it feel like every photo you're doing is the same sometimes. Because you can't change no angles, no nothing. Pause that joint right there. Every dang joint you do is dang near the same because you can't change angles, you can't add no different style to it. There's no dang photo mode. That's the downside. Already bad enough you're kind of limited to a post-apocalyptic things majority of the time. Which is cool, but I'd rather do something a little bit more than just some post-apocalyptic. I keep saying polka. Some post-apocalyptic type stuff. In a bad spot here. Sometimes you want to switch it up, change up the swag, you know. But you kind of can't. That's just the theme of the game. But then again, at the same time, you can find... I'm sure somebody got some mods that allow you to build with like clean walls and stuff to make different zones for your character. That's what I used to do. Well, actually, that's what I majority of the time do. Doing Fallout photos, my characters are almost always in some kind of photo studio room. I blew my nose like fucking 4 or 5 times before I started recording, and somehow it still stopped up. I sneezed like once or twice. My nose just keeps running now. Pretty dang annoying. Now, I don't even know if I probably sound a little nasally right now. That stupid crap. On a fucking record, I sneeze, so I blow my nose, I'm all good. So I hit the record, get ready to record again, I sneeze again, and now my nose won't stop running. Fucking dust allergen. That's usually what it is. Dang dust allergens. Dust floating in the air, you can't see it, but it's there. And unfortunately, I'm going backwards. Unfortunately, I got the little dust allergens. Well, I've been unfortunately cursed with having allergies as a whole, but it's not bad. I could go outside and be fine. I'm not like the type of people where as soon as they go outside, you know, it's just a sneezing fest. I don't have all that. Luckily. It's if it makes like direct contact. I don't know if that's like allergies though, or that's just like completely normal reactions to pollen getting at your nose or something. It might be completely normal. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know crap about allergies, you know. I don't know crap about no dang allergies. See what I'm saying? All I know is if it makes direct contact, then that's when I got the issue. Last time that happened, I was a kid, and a dang flower hit me in the face. And, man, it was all bad. My eyes were swelling up. Couldn't stop sneezing. My nose got, all fucking stiff and crap. My lips were swelling up a little bit. wasn't the worst reaction, but it was I didn't know what the fuck was happening. You know, as a kid, it was a little scary. I'm like, something's going on. I ain't never had nothing like that. But if I like sniff a flower, I'm fine. If there's pollen floating through the air, for the most part, I'm fine. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? During allergy seasons, I'm all good. There was this one time, I'm not gonna lie. There was one time where it was real, well, you know, the unfortunate part is that I think the only reason that happened was because there was a tree. What tree is it? Pine trees. Pine trees hold massive amounts of pollen. There was one right over our dang house, dude. And that thing was at the peak of its fucking pollen shedding capabilities. And it all fell straight to the dang roof. It seemed like some of it was pretty much seeped into the house. It didn't help that it was a single floor too, and my window was right there. I was just sneezing all dang day. That crap was infuriating. Like, straight infuriating. Wait, that's 10 already? Oh shoot. Let me see. That is indeed 10 already. Okay. Well, I guess we were moving a little too fast. I mean, she got the fit and I had the background set up for a while. If it wasn't for the fact that I just kept sneezing, I kind of already knew what I was looking for. So, guess we can move over to the next character, although this is the first one I've recorded. Oh wait, actually in that case, because I'm putting this last, make sure you hit that subscribe button, okay, that like button, that notification bell, shows people join Legendary Playing Sports to become legendary. I do all things photography, virtual, real life, and sometimes AI. With that being said, check out Instagram. That's where I post most of these photos. Check out Deviant for the stuff that's a little too much for Instagram, but never too much. Don't go over there expecting madness. You can check out the gaming channel if you want. Make sure you check out the music channel. That's where you hear all this fancy background music. With that being said, I'm out.